Education experts had predicted the drop in the Matric pass rate, saying it's largely due to the implementation of the new CAPS curriculum. Advocacy group Equal Education has singled out a lack of teacher knowledge content as one of the biggest problems in South Africa's education system. Now, for more on issues relating to educational policies in South Africa, we're very pleased to be joined from our Pretoria studios by Professor Vuyisile Msila from the University of South Africa's Department of Education, Leadership and Management. Professor, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us on PM News today.
Good afternoon.
Professor, what do you make of the 2014 Matric results, a 2.4% decrease from last year?
Yes, we should be disappointed because we have dropped. But at the same time, I think the small pockets of success needs to be celebrated. I think the minister and her department are really on the right path. Soon we'll be able to stabilize and be able to achieve what we want to achieve.
Professor, please go ahead and tell us, what do these results tell us about the current state of education and policies in the country?
They tell us a lot. As I've said, that maybe we are moving towards the right track. But at the same time, we should be careful, though, because we have a tendency of concentrating on the Matric results. I think it's high time that we should start right from the beginning, from the foundation phase, to see what it is that we can do to improve the performance of our learners right from the beginning. When you look at annual results, for instance, annual national assessment results, you'll find that we are still lagging behind when you are looking at the trends of the world. So we really need to improve right from the beginning, prepare our learners for Matric right from the beginning, and not only focus on the last years. But at the same time, having said that, whilst you'll find that 4 of the provinces have really gone down this year, when you compare them with the results, with the previous year's results, I think we should be able to pull it through, especially when one looks at what we are doing right. But at the same time, having said that, we should be worried. We should be we should find it disconcerting to find that about 25% of our learners have not made it. These are young people who we don't know what the future holds.
Professor, look, the drop in the pass rate has been largely attributed to the new curriculum, the CAPS. Your thoughts?
Yes, that is very true. It's possible that many teachers were not really used on strategies, on what kind of strategies to use in order to teach CAPS. Take mathematics, for instance. They had new sections. The Euclidean geometry was one of them. So really, if our teachers can have a chance of being able to learn what CAPS really requires, and so that they can be able to catch up and be competent in their classrooms. The only problem is that we tend to introduce changes constantly. Not that we don't need innovations, but at least there should be time for our teachers to be able to get exactly what they should be doing in their classrooms, so as to be able to produce efficient learners.
Professor, quickly, before I let you go, you mentioned that the focus should really be at the foundation phase. What do you think are some of the challenges that are facing the education department in the foundation phase?
I hope CAPS does address it, because it does have a section on language. One of the things that you'll find is that our literacy is on the very low side. So we need to really improve that, as well as mathematics, right from the foundation phase. Those are the things that we really need to improve, so as to make sure that as the years go by in the school careers of the learners, they will find that it is easier, to go on and be able to study and succeed in Matric.
All right, and Professor, how does the ANA results now contribute to shaping up a Matric student?
ANA will help in that if we look at those results, we find that our teachers need to do more. Maybe parents too, because sometimes we focus too much on teachers and forget that there are other education role players. This is a collective effort. We need to make sure that our children are supported right from the beginning. That we don't have evidence of that now. because teachers are there out alone, and when learners fail, we tend to really castigate them. But it should be a collective effort so that everybody is involved in ensuring the success of the pupils. So if you get Anna right, which at the moment you aren't, if we get Anna right, the literacy, the mathematics, and so on, we get our learners to be there when we compare to worldwide trends, then we should be on the right track. But for now, we really need to improve a lot, especially with the quality of teaching.
Professor, thank you so much for your time right here on PM News.